Let's get straight to the point. There's a fundamental disconnect in the world of AI right now. While many Western companies are focused on perfecting impressive AI demos, their counterparts in China are deploying AI agents that are already generating billions in actual revenue. This is a briefing on that gap, the one between a good story and real engineered results.
So we're not going to be talking about the far-off potential of artificial general intelligence, or AGI. This is about the here and now. It's about the practical, revenue-generating AI that is live today and what you, as a leader in e-commerce, need to understand to stay competitive. Here's how we'll break it down. We'll start with the AI paradox we're seeing in the West, and then we'll contrast that with China's deeply pragmatic approach. We'll look at 3 concrete case studies of AI agents driving real revenue, pull out 4 key lessons from that, and then finish with what this all means as a new competitive threat.
So first, let's address the situation in the West. There's a lot of investment, a lot of activity, but a strange lack of measurable economic impact. You see, it really comes down to the fact that the West and China are running 2 completely different races. The West is in a sprint to build the smartest brain, this quest for AGI, focusing on huge, foundational models. This results in amazing demos and some cost-saving pilots. China, on the other hand, is in a marathon to give AI hands, to get it deployed everywhere with a clear focus on driving top-line growth.
And the data, well, it really highlights this paradox. A recent MIT report is quite sobering. It found that a staggering 95% of AI deployments in the US had no measurable impact on the P&L. Think about that. All that activity, all that investment, for almost zero tangible business value. The focus on demos just isn't creating a durable advantage.
All right, now let's pivot to China, where the story is, well, it's the polar opposite. It's a ruthlessly practical approach that's all about turning demos into dollars.
If you boil it down, the philosophical divide is stark. For China, the primary goal is a tangible business outcome. Revenue, first and foremost. The strategic priority is deep, fast integration into the ecosystems they already have, shortening the path to money. For them, 2025 was the year this all went mainstream and started generating serious cash.
This brings us to the core concept here, agentic commerce. And let's be very clear, we are not talking about a slightly smarter chatbot. These are autonomous AI agents that can handle the entire shopping journey for a consumer, search, compare, negotiate, and buy, all without direct human intervention.
Now, you might be asking, why does this work so well in China? The secret sauce, really, is the super app advantage. Platforms like Alipay and WeChat have already bundled commerce, payments, social, and logistics into one seamless experience. This completely removes the fragmentation we have in the West, which makes it nearly impossible for an agent to perform a complex task that requires multiple apps.
Okay, enough with the theory. Let's look at the proof. I want to walk you through 3 real-world examples of agentic AI delivering hard, measurable results right now. First up is Alibaba's Akio. Think of it as an AI-powered engine for B2B sourcing. It can take unstructured data, like an engineering schematic or even just a rough product sketch, and match it to highly specialized suppliers. These are suppliers who would be completely invisible to a normal keyword search. It's effectively unlocking a hidden shelf of products and democratizing the supply chain. Our second case is where it gets incredibly direct. This is JD.com's Joy Streamer. This is not a technology demo. These are, for all intents and purposes, AI staff with sales quotas. They are AI-powered virtual hosts running live commerce streams, which, as you know, is a massive market in China.
The business case starts with the obvious, cost. A virtual host can be run at about 1/10 the operational cost of a human one. That alone is a pretty significant efficiency gain.
But here's where the story gets really compelling. It isn't just about saving money. The top-performing Joy Streamer agents actually outperformed 80% of their human colleagues, so you're getting better results for a fraction of the cost.
So, what does that look like in terms of revenue? Well, here is the bottom line. During a single major sales event, the 2025 Double 11 Festival, these AI hosts generated over 2.3 billion RMB in sales. To put that in perspective, that's more than 300 million US dollars. This is real revenue at serious scale.
Our final case study really brings everything together. It's Alibaba's QWen agent, and you should think of it as an ecosystem orchestrator. It's designed to work seamlessly across all of Alibaba's different services.
So picture this user journey. Someone gives a single, complex voice command,
Book a table, order flowers, and get me a car for my anniversary. The QN agent instantly breaks that down. It queries a dining app, the Taobao marketplace for flowers, and AMAP for a ride. Then it bundles everything into a single itinerary for one-click confirmation, and all the transactions happen via Alipay without ever leaving the chat. All that friction of jumping between apps is just gone.
Okay, so what does this all mean for you? What are the practical takeaways here? We've distilled China's approach into a clear, four-part playbook for executives.
First, aim for growth. You have to prioritize top-line impact, not just incremental savings. You simply cannot save your way to market leadership. Second, it's time to move beyond pilots. Deploy agents to do real work with real KPIs, and frame these as P&L initiatives, not science experiments. Third, think in ecosystems. Your AI agent is effectively useless if it can't talk to your inventory, payment, and logistics APIs. And finally, and this is absolutely critical, optimize for trust. The biggest barrier here is not the tech. It's all about trust, because the end game is delegation. You want your customers to trust your AI enough to let it act on their behalf. That requires a fundamental belief that the agent is working for them, not just for you. If you prioritize short-term platform profit over consumer value, you will destroy that trust and you will fail.
This brings us to the conclusion and a clear sense of urgency. This isn't a theoretical discussion about the future. The time for simply experimenting is over. Look, if you thought companies like Shein and Temu were disruptive, you need to understand that they were just the warm-up. The next wave of competitors coming from China will be AI native from the ground up. They'll be built on these very principles of agentic commerce, and they will operate at a speed and efficiency that most legacy systems simply cannot match.
So I will leave you with one final question to take back to your teams. Your competition is deploying AI staff with sales quotas, and they are generating billions. Are you still just running demos? The answer to that question will likely define your company's future.